I'm here based off of the issues that I was wrongfully suspended by the Tonto Basin Fire District, Kim Timmons and Steve Holt. Based off of the information that I've looked up, it stated that they were supposed to, that I violated the SOGs, which are standard operating guidelines. I can prove, based off of the compliance and due process, that the fire department wrongfully suspended me because they were supposed to give written notice and counsel me. I have not received written counsel or been notified in any way. I've never signed anything. So, due with that, how are you going to hold me to a standard when your officers are not even following the SOGs, the books right here? It states that you're supposed to drug test, you're supposed to fingerprint. I have never seen any of these things. I'm not asking you to make a decision on my suspension because I do have a representative from OSHA. But I want you to start holding these officers accountable for their actions. Kim Timmons signed a statement a day prior, which was December 31st, stating that I was non-compliant on training. There were several other firefighters, I believe there was 19 when I pulled the record, that were non-compliant. There was 5 that were less than me. You have a firefighter right now, number 66, which is Michelle Caulfield, who I know is not compliant as well. You allowed her to run a call. You have Jim and Stephanie Lavery, which back here are not current. Where are their suspension letters? But you're going to target me? When are you going to start holding them accountable? I didn't come directly to the board and file the grievance process because of the fact that I spoke with Mike Pastor and he said I would not get a fair chance. I have proof, evidence showing that I brought stuff to their attention. I have pictures on my phone and on a disc stating that I have tried to bring things to their attention and they do not care. The response I get from Kim Timmons is, I'm sorry, but all I can do is tell Steve. As a company officer, you need to step in, start making documentation and providing stuff to protect your fire department. And then you provide it to the chief, which is not being done in this case. Instead, they're jumping the guns and picking who they want to target and who they want to enforce stuff to, and you can't do that. On these forms right here, they're ambulance check sheets. I made copies of them. It states that their vehicles were checked off. Steve Holt called these people liars, stating that his vehicles are checked daily. I have proof showing that they are not. When you check stuff off, it doesn't make a perfect line down. The gas does change when you run calls. But like I said, I was targeted. Why? What is the problem here? What? Yeah, I did speak with OSHA. I spoke with several other entities as well, and I know that you violated the Equal Opportunity Employer. I can find several other things in which you violated. I'm trying to be civil and give the board a chance to figure out what they're going to start doing before I start calling these entities and they come in here with a microscope and start picking out stuff. And let me tell you that if we continue to go this route, you guys are going to end up starting getting lawsuits. And most lawsuits come from within the fire service, within the department. They don't come from outside. Just because I'm the bottom firefighter doesn't mean I don't see the stuff that's happening in front. Remember, when you go to war, you have privates and you have generals. The privates see everything that the generals may not see. And in this case, we bring stuff to their attention and the leadership just turns their head until they want to enforce something. Like I said, I don't know most of you. I think I've seen Mr. France a couple of times when we've used his LZ, and some of the other board members are new. But I've never seen any of you come to my station. I've seen the chief about maybe 5 times. And 3 were on Skype, 2 were in person. So if my training was really that bad, why didn't he ever sit me down and talk to me? The method that he used to suspend me was a disgrace and unprofessional. He put it in my check and didn't sit me down and say, hey, you were in violation, you're on probation, let's describe, let's come to terms here. He put a letter in my check. I would have had to drive out here Monday if Captain Lavery hadn't have brought my check, just to find out I was suspended, because he didn't have the fortitude to say, hey, you're not in compliance, let's figure something else. I also got letters stating that they were looking for EMTs to cover shifts. according to your SOGs, if there's something written, a suspension or something, it's supposed to go into a file. They're all supposed to be notified. So why wasn't admin notified? Like I said, they're picking and choosing what they want to enforce, and you can't do that. I'm sorry.
I just feel necessary that I have to stand up for Mario at this point. I do feel like he has been targeted with his suspension because he was suspended for training specifically. And I know since I've been here, training has been an issue. I know it continues to be an issue. I know there's a lot of people that are not current in their training, including myself. I have not received a suspension notice. He was specifically suspended for that, and I don't think that was the real reason. But anyways, I just wanted to say that I don't think it's right, and you know, if you're gonna suspend him, at least be forefront with what you're really suspending him for, because I don't think it was the training.
Also on this training suspension, I also disagree with it. There's a lot of people that should have been suspended. When I was training officer, I tried to suspend people, never could seem to get it done. And suddenly, we're starting to suspend people. Starting to suspend the wrong people for the wrong things. There's many other things in this fire department that people should have been suspended for, and nothing happened to them. And now we're starting with training. I think we're going the wrong way, guys. Thank you.